Okay, so we get to the final category, the last category, but certainly not least, and this is physical sciences and mathematics. And we're going to start with the honorable mentions. First one, enhancement of Higgs boson to gamma-gamma via spin zero and spin half charge and particle loops by first author is Idir Alian from Haj Al-Akhdar University of Batna and University of Qasantena 1. Well done to them. Second honorable mention, electromagnetic scattering from 3D layered structures with randomly rough interfaces, analysis with the small perturbation method and the small slope approximation. This is first authored by Sadiq Afifi from Baji Mukhtar University in Annaba. Well done to them. A varying power law modified gravity, a single authored paper by Faisal Hamad from University of Jaya. Very well done to him. And finally, seismic imaging of the eastern Algerian margin of Jijil, integrating wide-angle seismic modeling and multi-channel seismic pre-stack depth migration by Mihoubi, al. from Sonatrach, Web and a bunch of other institutions. Well done to them. And we come to the winner of the 2015 paper, Algerian Paper of the Year Award in Physical Science and Mathematics. With us, we are extremely honored to have Professor Nidhal Guessoum, Professor of Physics at the American University of Sharjah. He's an astrophysicist. He's had his PhD and Master's from the University of California at San Diego in the US, and spent several years working in NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center. His research focuses on gamma radiation, mainly from the Milky Way galaxy, but lately also other sources in the universe as well. He's also a very regular commentator on issues to do with science and Islam, and has authored 2 books on the subject, Islam Quantum Question, and most recently, Darwin and Islam, Disturbing Questions. Darwin, the Big Bang and Islam, Disturbing Questions, which is actually today available that one of you might take away home as a prize. So without further ado, Professor Nidhal Guessoum.
So first of all, I am absolutely honored and delighted to be part of this event. Let me also, as did some of my colleagues before me, thank Nasser and particularly Usama and Sufyan for the extraordinary efforts they have made with this whole initiative and venture, but also in trying to pull everybody in and connect me with this excellent idea. The winning paper is titled The Middle Paleolithic Site of Berzgan in Tebessa, Algeria, Rock Magnetic Property Characterization and Past Rainfall Reconstruction. There's a number of authors, the first one being Abdel Jarrah from actually 2 institutions in Algeria. This is one of the many distinguishing features of this award-winning paper. The 2 institutions being the Department of History and Archaeology, University of Guelma in Algeria, and the other one also in Algeria, the University of Tebessa. But there's also a number of other co-authors from Algeria, including from the University of Constantine, the Department of History and Archaeology, and a number of collaborators, international colleagues from Belgium in particular, and one person from France. Another distinguishing feature of this paper is that one of the co-authors, the third co-author, is a PhD student who hasn't yet even finished the work, but has contributed tremendously. That is mentioned in the text or the body of the paper itself, Nabil Dafafia, and I'd like to highlight this and thank the group for including and promoting youngsters in such international collaborations. This is again similar to a previous instance where the person was explaining that he will be defending his PhD tomorrow. We have another case here where one of the main collaborators to this research is a PhD student. Something else I would like to highlight, and that is perhaps common to the other papers in this category that were mentioned in the honorable mention. This is a basic science, natural science paper. There is there is nothing applied about this. But this is absolutely fantastic, and this is very important because we cannot limit ourselves, as is often wished or called for, to applied science and technical research. This is a work that tries to essentially study the past geological features of a specific site in Tbilisi, going back to about 100,000 years. Not only is it trying to study the past geology and the geophysics of the place, the magnetic properties, the magnetic features and parameters of the different grains and size grains of the rock place, but it also tries to reconstruct the rainfall of the place. So imagine the kind of research that allows you to tell how much rain was falling in a specific location 100,000 years ago in one of our places in our own country. So I was very happy to read the paper and to see that the research itself, the methodology was absolutely top-notch. There's I think something like 8 or 10 figures, each one having maybe 6 or 10 sub-figures. There's a number of measurements, magnetic measurements of the highest standards. The paper itself was published in an excellent journal from Elsevier, this quaternary international. This is far removed from my own area of expertise, but looking back and searching for the journal itself, for the research that is being done, for the group, for the principal investigator, etc., one finds only the highest standards being applied in every possible aspect of the research. Last but not least, there is this international collaboration. So there are at least 3 or 4 people from Belgium and France. But what is most interesting and most significant is not just that there is this international collaboration, is that our Algerian award-winning colleagues have been collaborating with some of these international institutions in doing similar work elsewhere. In other words, the same work, they are not limiting themselves, just the interest of these colleagues, the relevance of these colleagues to the group is not just that they have a site back home and they are studying it, but that they have expertise that they can take elsewhere. And so that essentially or similar techniques have been done by the same group or most of the members of the group in studying a site in Spain, in studying a site in France, in studying a site in Turkey, and coming up with conclusions about, as I said, the magnetic and rainfall history of those places. So for all these reasons, not only the group dynamic, the participation of the PhD student, the excellent level of measurement and presentation of the paper and how it's written itself, it's very cogently, very succinct. It doesn't go into too many unnecessary details and stories. It's highly technical, lots of figures and information. 2 reviewers, a high standard journal from a high publishing company, etc. So I'm very happy to see that kind of work being done by colleagues back home and internationally. I am very happy that they are being recognized and given the recognition they deserve. I am very happy that Al-Nasr is promoting this kind of work and encouraging collaboration and work both within Algeria and with outside collaborators. And I am delighted and honored again to be part of this initiative. Thank you.
Hearing with a bit of delay.
Thank you very much for this commentary. And we have with us السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام.
دكتور عبد الرزاق جلال.
وين؟
عسلامة، معك أسامة من فريق النصر. مبروك عليك الأخ عبد الرزاق الفوز بجائزة أحسن منشورة علمية جزائرية في العلوم الفيزيائية والرياضيات.
يبارك فيك إن شاء الله.
تفضل، إيه ممكن تعطينا انطباعك على الجائزة هذه؟
إن شاء الله نشكركم وإن شاء الله نشدهم الأساتذة إن شاء الله باش يحققوا إن شاء الله نتائج مليحة في المستقبل، وإن شاء الله نطلبوا من تكون هناك تسهيلات كبيرة، وخاصة تشجيع المقابر اللي تنتج حاليا يريدوا يشجعوها، والمقابر اللي ما تنتجش إن شاء الله يشوفوا الأسباب، ولا خلينا مثلا اللي حتى تكون حقهم وكنا يعرفوها.
إن شاء الله يعطيك الصحة على الملاحظة. شكرا مبروك عليكم. تفضل.
في المجال يوصل من خدمة التنمية أنا خدمت فيها الحق. نقوم فيها الحق في جهة المقر التاريخ. كاين مناسبة كاين موقع مبروك في بلاد الكعب. وحنا عندنا مع الطلبة نكونوا متكاتفين.
ما شاء الله. الله يبارك. الله يبارك إن شاء الله في العمل تاعكم والمزيد من النجاح.
بارك الله فيك.
بارك الله فيك.